Today is Thursday, June the 4th, 2020, and it is also the 26th wedding anniversary of my wife, Cheri, and I. And so today we have a special opportunity to share in together. Would you explain, please, dear?
Yes. So what we did was Tom and I both made a list of 5 things that we have learned about marriage that we would like to share with others, kind of like maybe advice or just things we've learned along the way.
5 each.
5 each. We have not seen each other's lists. We are only doing this recording one time, so we won't know what the other's going to say, and we're going to share our lists and discuss with you. So hopefully you can glean a little bit of insight from this, maybe. So without anything else, let's get started. Do you want to go first? Or
Ladies first.
Ladies first. All right, my item number 1. Here we go. Number 1. Marriage is a journey and it takes a commitment. Marriage can be hard. I was looking to see, I was going to tell you not to nod too much. Marriage can be hard and difficult, so you need to remember to have that you are committed. Committed from the beginning, committed to the start, so that no matter what happens along the way, you remember that commitment and stay, in that. And recognize that it's, you need to persevere through marriage.
Exactly.
That's my number 1. What's your
That's
number
good.
1?
First one I have listed is, I found out in marriage that some roles that we take in marriage are defined rather quickly. In other words, who's going to do what is defined. For example, I think we learned in our marriage who was going to take care of things like taxes.
Yes.
Who's going to take care of that. Who's going to do the cooking most of the time, compared out of the 2 of us.
Who's going to try to do the cooking?
Yeah, who's that going to, I mean, it's you, right? Who's going to do the grocery lists, okay?
Yeah.
Who's going to do the bill pay, all the bills, those type of things. Also, who takes care when the car's broken down, who takes...
car place.
Yeah, that's right, because I can't repair anything, but I'm the one who would, deal with the issue, right? I would take it there, I would... try to explain what's going on without using any mechanical terms.
So like a division of responsibility.
Yeah, a division of labor, so to speak, right? That's kind of defined pretty quickly in our marriage.
Using each other's strengths, because you wouldn't want me to be the one to do some of those things.
Right,
I
wouldn't want me to do the repairs of the car either, but somebody had to do it, right? So,
all right.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, number 2 item on mine. Okay, number 2 item on mine is that we need to respect our spouses. We need to respect our husband. That's big. I read a book, Love and Respect. I can't remember who it's by. But it was a really good book, and it talks about how men really need that respect from their wives, and wives need love from their husbands. And respect means that we don't talk bad about our husbands or make jokes that make him the butt of a joke in front of other people.
Right.
Kind of like protecting the reputation of him and holding him up with respect in front of others as well. So, I try really hard. I really do. This is a serious one.
Yeah.
I try really hard not to make my husband look bad, unless he's, with me.
Yes. And then the same goes the other way. I don't want to cut you down from other people. That would never be a wise move at all.
That's true.
Okay?
Very good.
Disrespectful. I also learned rather early in marriage, and it's continued on for 26 years, that the meals that your wife cooks are a reflection on the meals that her mother cooks. So you make a decision, you make a decision early on never to compare the meal that your wife makes with the quality of the same meal that your mother-in-law makes. Your wife is trying, and so during that first week or 2 or 3 of marriage, when she's first trying to make the same meals as her mother, there may be discrepancies in the quality of those 2 meals. Maybe your wife makes them better than her mother does.
My turn.
Or maybe she doesn't. So never compare those.
Oh, and going along with that, it's not really very good to say, we're eating that again? Okay. All right. Number 3 for me. Number 3. Don't expect your spouse to be able to read your mind or your moods or really anything else about you. After 26 years, I still think he has no clue about certain parts. And so you need to just spell it out. Communication is important. As much as they should be able to take the hints, sometimes they can't, and sometimes they don't even like it when we hint. So it's important to communicate.
Seems like maybe I've heard something like, can't you figure that out by now? Ever come out of your Never mind. Okay. Next one from me. My eye is itching, but we're doing this live. Okay. All right. So I learned also in marriage that there are multiple ways that living room furniture can be rearranged. I didn't know how many different ways you could put the same pieces of furniture in the same room. But usually it goes something like this. I'd like this one over there, and this one over there.
I do it by myself
and
a lot.
this one over. You do. You do. I would. The words "a lot" kind of throw me a little bit, but you've definitely done that. You definitely
If I could put a positive spin on that one, it would be flexible.
Your turn.
All right. Next one. Number 4. Remember to laugh. Laugh together. Have fun together. Laugh with each other.
Not at?
I was gonna say not at, but sometimes it's hard not
Yeah,
to.
that's true.
But yeah, just keep the fun in the marriage. Because like I said, for number 1, marriage can be tough, and you need to have those times to be able to laugh.
P-H-U-N.
Fun.
Fun. Okay. All right. So I learned also that as a husband, this is for you guys out there, you might be tempted, I wrote these down here, to make mental, and that's the first word, okay, keep that one in mind, mental comparisons between your wife and your mother.
Ooh.
Okay, never ever make that comparison verbal. Okay, you might think, well, my wife does this way, mom did it a lot differently this way, okay, but never bring that up. You may think it, but don't say it.
Here's a positive spin on that. Build your own traditions. Build your own ways of doing things as a couple.
Yes, tradition. Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Have you done that? Have you made mental? Never
It's
mind.
your turn.
Never mind.
It's
All
your
right.
turn.
All right, my last one, my number 5. This is a serious one.
Yes,
Are you ready? This
I'm
is
ready.
a serious one. Okay. So here's a serious one, guys.
Okay.
Put your hope in Christ, not your husband. You need to make sure your identity is in Christ. You need to make sure that your self-worth is coming from your relationship with Christ and not from your husband, because Christ is the one who's going to be there for you always, and that needs to be, he needs to be the one that you are fully seeking after 100%. And if you depend on your husband to fill that need, he's going to disappoint, because he's only human.
Correct.
Sometimes he'll disappoint a lot, because he's only human. So you have to be seeking after Christ with all your heart, soul, mind, body, and strength. And he will help you put the rest of your relationships in the proper order.
Okay, so I should be reciprocating that exact same thought, and I do.
Really?
But I did not end with that one on my list, since we didn't compare lists
All right, I'm ready for
beforehand.
number 5.
It's number 5, a little different than what you just said. When you're married, and maybe you're on the same page in this in your marriage, okay? We were not on the same page with this in our marriage, and we're still not, but it's not been a hot topic of controversy
I'm curious.
all of the time.
All right.
You'll find out real quick on who is it in the marriage that's going to win the pet war.
Oh.
Okay, all right, okay. So, to have a pet or not to have a pet is the question.
So who won it in ours? Because
Well,
we had a pet, and then we had to get rid of our pet, and then we found out I'm allergic to pets.
Bummer.
So,
Yeah, bummer.
you know, I would win it if I weren't allergic. We would have cats.
Oh, bummer.
But instead we have 5 boys.
Bummer.
So, hey,
Yeah,
that's much
yeah,
better, much better.
yeah. Oh. Too bad you have those allergies, you know?
So hopefully you guys have been able to get something from this that you can apply to your own lives. Just remember, have fun together. Enjoy each other. Marriage is tough, but marriage is great.
Happy 26th, dear.
Yes.
I love you.
I love you too.
Yes. Thank you.